Hello everyone, my name is Alex Mera and this is my presentation on positive psychology and the benefit of workout music. To many, positive psychology is a foreign concept that may seem superficial in the grand scheme of the field of psychology, and some may even assume it is some form of pseudoscience. These assumptions that people may hold regarding the legitimacy of the science behind the theories of positive psychology are understandable, yet they are misguided. The purpose of this project is to provide evidence for the utility of positive psychology in the scientific world by illustrating how application of its theories can lead to tangible, positive outcomes for individuals. This end will be accomplished by constructing the following research study. Participants will take part in a total of 3 exercise training sessions in connection with the research study. An ABA format will be used, so the first workout will be with regular workout music, followed by a session of no music, and finally another session with regular workout music. These participants will complete a short survey following each of the 3 training sessions. At its core, the theory of flow is focused on the phenomenon of activities that are motivated intrinsically. This means that the motivation for the activity is not for some future reward, and it's not motivated by achieving a means to an end. Instead, these activities, which create states of flow for the participant, are reward in and of themselves. Beyond this characteristic of flow, others emerge. Being intensely focused and concentrated are other characteristics, alongside a loss of self-awareness, a sense of autonomy, and a distortion in the perception of time. Flow is a central focus in this project, as the design of the study was constructed to measure the degree to which participants were able to reach states of flow through the activity of exercise, both with and without music. Historically, flow has been considered to be outside the realm of scientific research, but in recent years, methods such as a questionnaire used in this project have been developed to learn more about this concept. The strategy from this project to measure and investigate flow was to collect self-reports about the core characteristics of flow state that the participants felt during their workout both with and without music, and to investigate whether or not music had an effect on the ability of the participants to reach flow states. It's a well-known fact that throughout the history of the study of psychology, the negative emotions that humans feel have absorbed the very vast majority of the resources and research within the field. Positive psychology takes an alternative viewpoint to the other mainstream channels of psychology by focusing on the experience and propagation of positive emotions felt instead of the prevention of negative ones. This focus on the positive emotions instead of the negative is not to discredit or to take attention away from what the study of negative emotions provides the scientific community surrounding mental health. Instead, positive psychology seeks to reframe the problems that exist in society and within ourselves from an alternative perspective that uses a lens of exploring how positive emotions, or the lack thereof, are contributing to the issues we face today. If the induction of positive emotion into a person's life can alter their path for the better, then it is worthwhile to invest resources into studying how to make this happen more. This project sought to investigate the degree to which positive emotions could be induced within the context of working out, and specifically if music or no music would elicit more of these positive emotions. To measure this, participants in the study were asked to give a self-measure of how many positive emotions they felt during their workouts with and without music. One of the most practical applications for the field of positive psychology is to discover how its theories can be catalysts for engendering more positive behaviors in an individual's life. Promoting positive change in the health behaviors people incorporate into their lives is perhaps the greatest contribution positive psychology has to offer the field of science, psychology, and the everyday person's life. Oftentimes, the promotion of change in health behavior has been focused on how negative emotions can be eliminated from the equations in order to promote the healthy behavior. But an alternative viewpoint is ripe for exploration. How could positive emotions be explored and utilized to promote positive behaviors? For example, instead of focusing on how to eliminate the negative emotions associated with physical exercise, how could focusing on the cultivation of positive emotions be of benefit to encouraging physical exercise? One of the purposes of this project was to gather information on how the positive emotions that were felt by the participants correlated to their motivation to continue the health behavior of physical exercise in the near future. The participants in my research study were 4 males aged 23 who had some form of experience with structured physical exercise in the past. All of these participants were roommates and friends of mine who consented to have their data from this study shared with this class. The scores for each of the 3 rounds of testing are as follows. For the first question on the survey, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the worst and 5 being the best, how would you rate your concentration during your workout? The 4 individuals responded with scores of 5, 4, 5, and 4 on the first workout, including music. They responded with scores of 2, 3, 4, and 3 on the second test without music, and they responded with scores of 5, 5, 5, and 4 on the third and final test with music. On the second question, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the slowest and 5 being the fastest, how would you rate your perception of time passing during your workout? The participants responded with scores of 3, 4, 4, and 3 for the first trial with music. On the second trial without music, the participants responded with scores of 2, 2, 3, and 2. And on the final trial with music, they responded with scores of 4, 4, 5, and 5. On the third question, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the least and 5 being the most, how intrinsically rewarding did your workout feel? The participants responded with scores of 4, 5, 5, and 4. On the second trial without music, participants responded with scores of 3, 4, 4, and 4. And on the final trial with music, the participants responded with scores of 5, 5, 5, and 5. On the fourth question, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the least and 5 being the most, how would you rate the amount of positive emotions felt during your workout? Participants responded with scores of 3, 4, 4, and 3. On the second trial without music, participants responded with scores of 3, 2, 2, and 3. And on the final trial with music, participants responded with scores of 4, 4, 4, and 4. On the fifth question, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the least and 5 being the most, how motivated do you feel to exercise again within 3 days? And participants responded with scores of 5, 5, 5, and 4. On the second trial without music, participants responded with scores of 4, 4, 5, and 4. And on the third trial with music, participants responded with scores of 5, 5, 5, and 4. The results from this research study suggested many benefits as a result of listening to music while engaging in a physical exercise routine. On the first question regarding concentration, scores were higher on the conditions that included workout music, which suggests increased state of flow when music was part of the equation. On the second question regarding perception of the passage of time, the scores indicated perception that time had passed faster when music was included, and this supports the hypothesis that flow state would be aided by the inclusion of music. On the third question, regarding how intrinsically rewarding the workout felt, scores were on average higher with the music condition versus the no music condition, suggesting that working out with music was correlated to higher levels of intrinsic reward. On the fourth question regarding the amount of positive emotions felt, scores were on average higher for the condition including music, which suggests that music during a session of exercise increases the number of positive emotions felt by a participant. On the fifth question regarding motivation to continue the health behavior of exercise, participants responded with higher scores in the condition with music versus without, and this suggests that music can increase the propensity of individuals to pursue positive health behaviors in the future. The purpose of this project was to investigate the degree to which listening to music during a positive health-related behavior could increase levels of flow and positive emotions felt, and the results pointed to a conclusion that music has a positive effect on these variables. The scores for flow state, positive emotions felt, and motivation to continue a pursuit of health-related behavior were consistently higher in the music condition compared to the no music condition. Committing resources to discovering how to increase these tenets of positive psychology is an important endeavor in learning how we as individuals can improve our mental health. Going forward, progress could be made by replicating the study I conducted with a larger sample size that is more randomized and comparing the results of that study with the small one I conducted amongst people I know personally.